So for the past few months now, maybe like a year, the whole argument has been that games are inevitably going to start costing more, and a lot of people have really been saying that GTA 6 will be the first game to maybe charge $100. That's going to be the game to kind of set the standard, and all of these other big AAA games are going to follow suit and say, yep, we need to cost $100 now. Now, what evidence is there to show that these games, or GTA 6 even, is going to cost $100? Well, we don't really have any concrete evidence on that. It's all just kind of speculation at this point. I think GTA 6 will probably cost way more than $60. I don't know if it's going to be $100. As I said, all speculation, but the thing is, over the past few years now, we've been seeing a lot of these AAA Xbox and PlayStation games charging $70 or, $69.99 rather than $59.99. So basically a 10% increase. The whole argument is that it's because development costs are going up, and yeah, that is true. Some people understand that, some people don't like that. Some people say it's not gone up that much, that's ridiculous. And whether or not that is how you see it, it is what it is. $70 games are kind of a thing now for Xbox and PlayStation. Now for Nintendo, it seems that we may be getting into the, maybe not quite the $70 territory, but the $65 territory. Yeah, so just a couple days ago, this article came out on GameFile. Nintendo considers these $65 video games. So what was this all about? I had to see. Well, this is all surrounding this game right here, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I've never played a Xenoblade Chronicles game, but I know that there is one on my long list of games to play that I just have in my phone. I'm going to look it up here real quick. Oh, Xenogears. I don't know when that came out. That was a long time ago, I think, but a lot of people say that is the end-all be-all Xenoblade game to play. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. This game was just announced for the Switch 2 just very recently, and look at the bottom right there. You can see $64.99. That is what that game is going for on the Switch 2. Now, the important thing here is that this game did not just come out. It actually came out 11 years ago. 2015 is when Xenoblade Chronicles X came out for, believe it or not, if you remember this console, the Wii U. Now, it looks like last year this game was ported, or I guess like a remaster, the definitive edition. It was ported onto the Nintendo Switch. And now for the Switch 2, this was like reported, like now it's, 4K and higher frame rate, stuff like that. But it is $5 more for the Switch 2 edition. And it actually looks like if you own the Switch version, you can upgrade for $5 to the Switch 2 version. Now, the GameFile article actually says that this has been done one other time. It looks like last month, when Nintendo released a $65 Switch 2 edition of the 2020 Switch hit Animal Crossing New Horizons. Kind of the same circumstances, it looks like. It says Nintendo did not reply to a request for comment about this price point, but the special circumstances of both $65 releases offer hints at the logic behind them. Both games originally cost $60 on the Switch and are now being re-offered with a $5 upgrade. So where will Nintendo take this? That is the big question, and I really don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, probably unless you are Nintendo. But, if GTA 6, let's say theoretically they come out with that $100 game in I don't know, whenever it's coming out, a year from now or whatever, what would Nintendo do? Would they start charging way more than $65 for their big games? I don't know. But as for right now, it looks like these Switch 2 upgrade games are $65. So I don't know when the next mainline Mario game or Zelda game comes out on the Switch 2. Games that are not an upgrade from a previous version, but are just their own Switch 2 game, will they start costing $65 as well? We will just have to wait and see.